Alright guys, so I haven't done one of these park battles in a long time, and today I wanted to do it again because, it's been a long time since I've done one of these. I believe it was around this time last year, maybe even sooner, I don't remember. But I really like these things, I like doing them. Taylor from Coaster Studios, I know he did these originally, so credit to him for even creating these things. But I wanted to kind of do these on my own a little sometimes. As you saw, I did do my Afterburn versus Alpengeist coaster battle here recently, and I wanted to kind of do the park one again. So today I'll be doing Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia versus Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. These are two great parks. They are theme parks, and believe it or not, they're actually very close to each other in terms of how good they are. So let's get right on into this. Starting out with the roller coaster category, of course, we're going to be doing the blue B&Ms here at the park. This is Griffin and Wild Eagle. Both of these are really fun rides. I enjoyed them both a lot. However, I'm going to be giving the score to Griffin, giving Busch Gardens Williamsburg their first point. Griffin is a B&M dive coaster, so of course it's naturally going to be more fun than a wing coaster in my opinion, especially the original wing coaster in America. Let's move on to the Aero Loopers. This is Loch Ness Monster versus Tennessee Tornado, and I'm obviously giving the point here to Tennessee Tornado. This ride is just so much fun. It is so freaking good. I have always been a big fan of Aero Loopers, and this is by far the best one I've ridden. It has 3 really solid inversions, the drop is really cool, and that pop into the brake runs is just so freaking aggressive. So the score is currently tied 1-1. And we are going to move on to the multi-launching family coasters, Verbolten versus Fire Chaser Express. This one has been a strong debate in the community for a few years. Some people will prefer Fire Chaser Express, and some will prefer Verbolten. And in this case, I prefer Verbolten, giving Busch Gardens Williamsburg their second point. It is 2-1. Verbolten is just so much better than Fire Chaser in my opinion. Verbolten has that Black Forest section, which is really cool. And it also has that ending section where there's some actually really forceful turns. It's pretty surprising. Next up are the 2 GCI wooden coasters at the parks. These are Invader and Thunderhead. Obviously, I'm giving this to Thunderhead. What the heck? That's not even a question. Thunderhead is by far superior to Invader. Invader is absolutely stupid compared to Thunderhead. The score is currently 2-2. It is tied up. And the last comparable coaster fight here, we are going to have the kiddie coasters, Grover's Alpine Express versus Whistlepunk Chaser. And I know they're both kiddie coasters, but I'm just going to straight up do it. I mean, it's obvious. Grover's Alpine Express is better, so we'll give Busch Gardens Williamsburg that point there, meaning it is 3-2. And of course, that leaves some extra roller coasters. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has 3 extra roller coasters, them being Apollo's Chariot, Alpengeist, and Tempesto. Dollywood has 4 extra roller coasters, which are Lightning Rod, Mystery Mine, Blazing Fury, and the new for 2019 Dragonflyer. So the score is now 6-6. It is currently still tied. And we're going to move on to the thrill rides categories. This is the Drop Towers. Mock Tower versus Dropline. I am definitely giving Dropline the point here. I enjoy Dropline by far more than Mock Tower. Mock Tower is cool. It does spin you around just like Dropline, so it gives you a great view of the park. But Dropline was just more comfortable, I guess, because Mock Tower does have those restraints. So the score is going to be 6-7. Dollywood is now in the lead. Water rides are up next, and Busch Gardens Williamsburg has 3 water rides: Le Scoot, Log Flume, Escape from Pompeii, the boat ride, and the Roman Rapids. Dollywood has Daredevil Falls in the Smoky Mountain River Rampage. So each park is going to be getting a point for each one of their water rides. The score is currently tied now, and we're going to go to extra thrill rides. Busch Gardens Williamsburg actually has no extra thrill rides. But Dollywood does have one, which is going to be Barnstormer, and this one is so much fun. So I'm going to be giving Dollywood a point for this one, meaning it is 10-9. Dollywood's still in the lead. Extra family rides is the next category, and Busch Gardens Williamsburg has about 13. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that is excluding some of the transportation systems coming up and the previous rides. Dollywood has around 15 of these. So obviously giving Dollywood the point here, it is 9-11. And speaking of transportation, that is the next category. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has a train and a sky ride. And the Rhine River Cruise could have been counted for the family rides just because that's technically not transportation. It's just a fun little attraction. But Dollywood has that classic Smoky Mountain train. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool. Love going on this thing. It is loud. The people are so nice. But naturally, I'm going to be giving Busch Gardens Williamsburg 2 points for their transportation systems and Dollywood 1 for their train. So it is 11-12. We are going to move on to the food category. This is really hard because Dollywood has some amazing food. I've actually had the opportunity to try multiple food places here. Their cinnamon bread is phenomenal. They have Lumberjack Pizza, which is really good. And there's that old jukebox diner type place over near Lightning Rod. It is actually not called that, but it is like the type of theme. And it was really good. They have great burgers, milkshakes, and fries there. But oh man, Busch Gardens Williamsburg also has some great food. They have Trapper's Smokehouse, the Italian place over near Apollo's Chariot, And those cinnamon pretzel bites near Mock Tower, oh my gosh, so good. I love the food at both of these parks, but I'm slightly going to be giving this to Dollywood. You just can't beat Dollywood food. It is so good. This means the score is currently 11-13, and we're moving on to the prices category. This is where things get a little weird. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is actually around $87 if you include tax, but they also have a fun card where you can get in all summer for around the same price. Dollywood is about $84 if you include tax, and their season pass is about $134. But I guess you could say overall, Dollywood is a little bit cheaper than Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So Dollywood will be earning the point here. It is 11-14. Now we're going to talk operations. The good thing about Busch Gardens Williamsburg is that they run up to 3 trains sometimes, and they are pretty good with their operations. But Dollywood is so lightning quick. Even on Lightning Rod, they were dispatching within 40 seconds when I was there. They are so fast with their operations. Mystery Mine is running multiple trains. Fire Chaser Express, they do pretty well, surprisingly. Tennessee Tornado is the one that they only run about 1 train on, so that kind of sucks, but they're usually pretty good with their operations there. So I'm giving the point to Dollywood here. It is 11-15. They are great with operations. Here's where we really get into the park's strong points. We are talking about atmosphere. Dollywood's atmosphere is absolutely phenomenal. I love the atmosphere there. I am definitely giving the point to them here. It is 11-16. I love Dollywood's atmosphere. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has a great atmosphere. In fact, I'd say it's about as good, if not better. But I don't know, something about Dollywood is just so good. The music, the smells, the surroundings, it's fantastic. But one thing that Busch Gardens Williamsburg does have on Dollywood is the scenery. This truly is one of the most beautiful parks in the world. It was voted the most beautiful park in the world at one time as well. I love the landscaping. I love the music. I love everything about scenery at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It's just amazing. Now, shows, I think Busch Gardens is going to take the cake here because I have seen more shows at Busch Gardens than Dollywood. I have seen some live entertainment at Dollywood. I just haven't seen a legitimate show. So I'm obviously going to be giving Busch Gardens the point here, meaning it is 13-16. But I'm sure Dollywood does have some really good shows if you actually go in and watch them. Now it is time for the final category, which is extra attractions. And honestly, both parks have water parks, but they aren't exactly in the park, so I'm not really going to count that here. But the extra attractions both parks do have, I guess you could consider animals as extra attractions. Both parks do have animals. I mean, there's just so many animals here and there, so both parks will be getting a point for this, meaning the fight is now over. The final score was 14-17, and winning by 3 points is Dollywood. It is for sure the better park here in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love Busch Gardens Williamsburg. In fact, they are super close. Both are great theme parks. They both have some awesome coasters. They are very similar, but Dollywood is just so amazing. It is currently in my top 3 parks I've been to. I love Dollywood so much. Busch Gardens is my second home park, so you'd think I'd be a little biased, but nope, Dollywood is just that good. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your comments down in the section below. Did you agree with this battle? Which one do you prefer? Personally, I am a Dollywood guy, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, coaster fans, I will see you later.